This is the office hours video for section 1, symbolic manipulation. So many times when students come to my office for help, they're wondering when they've made some sort of change of symbols, trying to simplify something, did they do it correctly or incorrectly? So one example might be if you had two numbers that were squared and added together, and then all of that was under the square root symbol. Now, one thing that people know is that the square and the square root are inverse operations of each other. For example, if you take 16, if you take the square root of 16, you get 4 or negative 4, and if you square those numbers, you get the number you started with, 16. So it seems logical to assume that this could be simplified to simply a plus b. So the question is, can you do that? Does that work? And what I recommend that students do in situations like these is to just try putting in some numbers. But a word of caution, when you put in the numbers, don't use the numbers 0 or 1, and if you have more than one symbol, use different numbers for each symbol. So in this example, I would not use 0 or 1 for A or B, and I would use different numbers for A and B. So I'm going to try putting in 3 for A and 4 for B. And just work this out. So 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. So if you add those two numbers together, you get 25. And if you just focus on the positive root, since these are positive numbers, the square root of 25 is 5. So if I use the original expression with the numbers 3 and 4, I get 5. Now if I try the simplified version, that's just 3 plus 4, which is 7. And so you can see just by trying some numbers that that simplification doesn't work. So I'm going to go up here and put a slash through the equal sign. So those are not the same. Those are not equal. You can't do that. And the reason is because of the addition. Now, if you had the same thing with subtraction instead of addition, so if we had a squared minus b squared, square root of all that, the same thing is true. You might think that that's equal to a minus b, that the square and the square roots will cancel, but they don't. And you can verify that by trying some numbers, so I'll put a line through that. Now, if the numbers are multiplied or divided, so for example, if you had a squared multiplied by b squared and all that under the square root, then you could simplify that to simply a multiplied by b. And the same would be true for division. So each case is a little different, and if you're wondering whether you can simplify it or not, just try putting in some numbers and see if it works. So good luck with that.